The Jacob Media Sports Network, in partnership with 97.3 ESPN, brings you the Mays and Eytan Show.
Middays with Harry Mays and Eytan Shander.
Now, it's the Midday Show with Harry Mays and Eytan Shander on 97.3 ESPN Radio.
We got a lot going on for the next 2 hours, Harry. We are outside the usual typical dungeon of the studio, the Mays and Eytan studio. It's not Thursday, it's not Friday, so we're not at Dunphy, we're not at Parks. We're maybe a mile and a half away from where you normally come, so you still have to do the regular commute. But you talk about, first off, the view that we have for the next 2 hours at Huntington Valley Country Club. In fact, it's so nice out that we even brought the rain.
Right. We got the sprinklers going on over here by 1T, and I put out a picture on Instagram, and I sent it to the Twitter as well, so you can take a look at, where we are, and I gave some, a couple of the shots. But this is where I need to do radio shows on a daily basis. I did one here about a year and a half ago, and it was absolutely spectacular. Don't worry, those will go off in a few minutes.
I'm worried about something short-circuiting.
No, you'll be fine. Trust me, you'll be fine.
We'll be off the air before we even tell anybody why we're here.
Yeah, well, that's okay. Then I can go up and get my clubs, and I can hop in that cart right there, and I can go right to 1T.
Now, are you going to have to pay the cart fee?
Whatever. They want to pay the cart fee, I'll give them the cart fee.
Well, you could go down to the C9 and
Right,
walk
that's down to the left over
Correct.
here.
That's where I walked last Saturday.
Right.
Now, we are here for a great cause. There's an awesome event happening, and we're fortunate enough to be a part of this thing here, Harry, for the next 2 hours.
Yeah, it's the EBOD Golf Classic. It's an annual event, and I've taken part in this a few times. And the proceeds benefit Alzheimer's research. It's for a fantastic cause, and it's really it's a gang of who's who. I mean, you talk about connections in the business world, the sports world, you name it, they're all here. And one of the greatest things about this event is the fact that the auctions, the silent auctions, and the regular auction items are just off the charts. I ended up purchasing one a couple years ago that was just ridiculous.
Do you remember what it was?
Well, yeah, it was a foursome at Stonewall.
Oh wow!
So I took three buddies up there.
Courses and different events.
Oh yeah, courses that you can't get on.
Right.
Guys like us just can't walk in.
Speak for yourself, because there's now an over/under.
Oh,
all right.
What's that?
The over/under is now. I don't know if you know this, but I am officially in.
Yeah, you're here.
Correct.
Right. So I'm someplace too. I'm just saying
no.
You can't walk on Stonewall without like an invite.
Right. But my point of it is that there's an over/under here now, because this is the first real introduction to both sides. Me, Huntington Valley Country Club, me. Now, I've been here before as a guest. And, knowing, of course, that my little area around here, been on the C9, played this course twice, so I'm very fortunate to have been out here. But now, as an official member, the over/under is an hour to see how long it takes to get that membership revoked.
See, so what you're saying is now the members that are here today, and there are a few,
correct,
see you doing you.
Yes.
And then they're like, wait a second.
I don't want that guy around at night.
I got an email over the weekend that this Shander guy's actually he's a member here? That guy?
Yeah, no quasi.
No, he's a member.
I can go play right now when we're done with the show.
Right.
That's how ridiculous
the guy in the red
is.
hat, the Callaway hat?
Yeah.
No way.
Unbelievable, right? It's
right.
a tough
Get the
sell.
president on the phone.
Seriously. At some point, you know that there's going to be a text, an email, a phone call made.
I thought it was a different Shander.
No.
I thought it was the dentist Shander.
Right.
From Bucks County.
Exactly. Let him in. Radio guy, no, sir. Now, this is going to be really difficult to concentrate. We do have some Eagles stuff we'll get to.
Got a lot of Eagles stuff,
right.
actually.
We'll make this a talk show, make no mistake. But just where we are, the day as well. I know it's hot.
It's
hot.
Know
it's sunny.
Yeah.
But there's a nice breeze. This is a really beautiful day to be outside.
It is. It really is. It's spectacular. Yeah, and I'm looking. I'm kind of going out here maybe about 10 o'clock from where I'm sitting, and I'm thinking if I could walk straight as the crow flies through there, I'd end up in your house.
Absolutely right.
Am I right?
You are correct.
Yeah. See, I'm pretty good with direction.
No, you are completely
especially
correct.
when I'm on a golf course.
When I'll tell you what, when it gets to be not to the point where you can't drive over,
right?
But when it gets to be, the course is closed and everything, I can walk out and show you it's not even, a half a mile to that back end.
Right.
And let the dog fly.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah.
Let the dog
Just
out.
let him out.
Who
Yeah.
let the dog out?
Now, speaking of which, our buddy Craig, who has been working effortlessly from Spectrum, that thing is going to be done today. Spectrum Fences.
Oh, the fence.
That thing is going to be done today.
Well, he's been holding it down on his own for the last couple of days, doing a bang-up job.
And now that his buddy Kevin, his coworker Kevin,
He's back?
He's sliding in to steal all the glory.
Oh, he comes in at the end
That's right.
to take it across the goal line. Meanwhile, he's missed the last couple
That's
of days.
right.
Okay,
That's right.
I gotcha.
Now, are we going to have the
Sounds like something I'd do.
Absolutely right. That's why I smirked when Craig said that, is because I was thinking, this is a Maze special.
Exactly.
Written all over it. All right, before we get to Alshon, which is the biggest thing for me, are we going to have an opportunity to talk to people involved in this tournament?
We may. As they filter by. I'd like to see Andrew Mason, who was on the tour for a few years.
Temple grad, you
said, right? He's a member here. He's a great kid. Joe Clark, who runs the whole event, we run into him. I definitely want to put him on the air, and that's
Joe
about it.
Krause here as well.
Yeah,
another Joe.
Of course.
Yeah, absolutely. He wouldn't miss an opportunity to be out here.
He'll be out at Screwballs on Thursday night, too,
Everywhere,
with Tony Bruno and me.
Well, this is a networking
and
event.
The coach.
Yes, absolutely. The real coach. That's what we've dubbed him. But this is a networking event here for Joe. He's not here to support us.
No, I know, but that's good, though.
He's here to network, which is great. But before we get to that, so we are going to be able to bounce around. I'm told maybe one or two of my future in-laws who are already members might stop by.
Is that right?
Yeah, so
are they in the outing, or are they just coming by?
No, they're just coming by.
Okay.
One lives 2 houses down, and the other, like 10 minutes away.
Okay.
So at some point, if you want, they're available to pick their brain if you want. I'll leave that up to you.
Do we do that on the air?
If you want.
Okay, because we got no Bob Wankel
Correct.
today. Bob from Crossing Broad.
But we do have Tony.
Had a prior engagement. We do have Tony Bruno crossing the streams at 1:30.
Correct. Now, we're not crossing anything since we're here, but we'll at least get Tony up there.
I almost felt like with the sprinkler shower, we already did cross the stream.
Man, at least that thing's done.
Yeah.
I thought we was going to – you remember that movie Short Circuit?
Yes.
Did they make like 2 or 3 of those?
I'm not sure. I very rarely stick in for the second and third unless it's some really big movie.
And you weren't around for Short Circuit, too?
No, I don't have patience for Short Circuit, too.
Right.
I had already short-circuited by then. I'm out.
Fair enough.
Yeah.
Now, Alshon Jeffrey's going to play Thursday night, and this changes everything.
Really?
Everything. I think the Eagles win the football game on the strength of Alshon Jeffrey playing. Here's the thing, and I'll just say this. Forget a question out there to people, Harry, but I'll say this. What's the one thing that Alshon Jeffrey is known for more so than probably any other wide receiver in the NFL?
Catch radius.
It's in the damn term. The first word is in the term itself. Catch.
Right.
Catch.
Yeah, he can catch the football.
Anything you want, you can throw at him.
Right. He has hands that have been trained to catch the football, okay?
Yes.
So, yes, that they will be improved. There's no doubt about it. Now,
That's the biggest problem they've been having.
It has, but now he's coming back off a calf injury. And they might be maybe urging him into practice to play because they saw what they had on Sunday, and they absolutely need to win this football game. Maybe he's being rushed back a tad. I don't know. I'm not a doctor. But what I'm going to say to you ask you is he going to be 100%? Now, even not 100%, his hands are okay.
That's the biggest thing is I don't need it. Like, Alshon Jeffrey is not a guy that's going to run down the field like Deshaun.
No, that's not his game.
I feel like Alshon at 85, 90% is more like a tight end that you can, like Zach Ertz.
Okay.
At 85, 90%. Even less so because Ertz actually does run down the field, at least from a speed standpoint. If I could get 85% of Alshon Jeffrey, that's the difference between a 3rd and 8 coming up short or dropped. That's the difference, Harry, between, even a jump ball like Arcega-Whiteside. That's the difference.
Okay.
All I'm saying is 8 catches for 80 yards, 1 touchdown. That's the difference.
All right. Well, let me play devil's advocate then. Because you have a quarterback in Aaron Rodgers that is arguably 1-2. He's not the top quarterback right now in the NFL. That's Patrick Mahomes.
Right.
But right now he's in one of those GOAT conversations from time to time. Okay. Not having the greatest start, but they're still 3-0 based on their defense, which is another part of the discussion.
Correct.
But Aaron Rodgers at some point is going to have a big game. Okay.
You're waiting for that offense to break out.
Right. Wouldn't it be the ideal time to do that against an Eagles team with 3 cornerbacks of note?
Yeah.
That's it. I mean, this could be a prime spot for Aaron Rodgers to have a big game, and maybe we have a shootout that Carson Wentz has to try to win in the fourth quarter.
I think that the difference is Jim Schwartz knows he has a limited stock of cornerbacks. He's got an opportunity to coach and work something up, meaning I don't think that he's going to blitz, which is probably a good thing, right? You don't want to blitz Aaron Rodgers, but at the same time, by blitzing any quarterback, you're going to leave those three corners you have
on an island.
Right.
Yeah.
So it's crazy to say this, but it might work in their favor. The fact that by just circumstance they can't blitz Aaron Rodgers, therefore they're going to have 7 guys back there more often than not.
Right. I mean, if Aaron Rodgers gets up to that line of scrimmage and then he backs off into the shotgun and he's looking, he's surveying the defense, and then he does one of these little mime moves where he takes his right hand and he brushes his chin with his right index finger, and that's a signal to the receiver on his right side. Dude, I'm coming to you, and I'm coming to you hot.
Just go.
I mean, he's like a mime. If you really watch him, it's really, you remember you had Peyton Manning would do all the histrionics and the Omahas and all this stuff. Rodgers is back there like he's just moving his. If we were on camera,
coach.
Yeah, exactly. He's like a coach in
signs,
baseball.
right.
Larry Boa down the third base line, giving a bunt sign, right?
Yes.
Now the bunt's off.
That's the difference.
Yeah.
609-403-0973. You're right. He has to watch something going on there, and I can't excuse Aaron Rodgers. I can't.
Kamuma is back this week too.
He is. That's
right?
a big listen.
That could be
played
big.
well. That should be. Just seeing this now from Josh via Adam Schefter, or Adam Schefter via Josh, right? A new quarterback in New England. Patriots are signing former Jaguars, Eagles, Browns quarterback
Kessler?
Cody Kessler.
What for?
No idea.
I mean, did Tom Brady lose his bag man for the week? Does his bag man have like a wedding this weekend?
He threw an interception.
Oh, what?
That's what Josh said. Right?
Jarrett Stidham threw an interception last week. And that's
Stidham did, the backup. Yeah, that's when he put Brady back into the game.
Right, so now you got to get a real backup.
Oh, okay.
But think about that.
So he's getting somebody to press.
Belichick's ticked off that the Jets covered.
Cody Kessler is not going to pressure Jarrett Stidham or anybody else.
No, I think it's that Stidham is out of the job until further notice.
You think so?
Yeah,
Redshirt him.
Yeah, I think Kessler is.
Yeah, redshirt him.
Kessler's brought in there to now. I would bet money. All right, let's put it down here. All right, now I'm not saying a real bet.
I thought it was TB12. His TB12 assistant might not be able to make the game, so he needs somebody to carry his bags.
Well, no, but that Kessler money's on the salary cap.
Yeah, true.
That's
true.
It's not like a talent fee for TB12 that is worked in.
Right.
All right, we're going to pay him.
Yeah, that comes
wage.
out of Tom's. That comes out of Tom's coffers.
Absolutely.
This is on the team.
Absolutely.
How
right.
much do you think they're paying him?
Cody Kessler?
Is that a league minimum?
Yeah, I was going to say probably.
It's got to be, right?
They're pretty jammed to the top, though. I know that they're fighting for Antonio Brown's money, but they're pretty jammed to the top with salary.
Cody Kessler.
You know what? As funny as this is, and it is funny that he's on that team, but this just speaks to why nobody makes mistakes up there. Mm-hmm. Remember when that whole you remember when that whole Deflategate thing happened, and somebody was trying to make the argument that Tom Brady wasn't really deflating the footballs for him. It was for the running backs. And then they showed this ridiculous stat that nobody fumbles up in New England for like a 2-year stretch.
Right, even in the cold weather and bad weather and stuff like that.
Now, the reality is that Deadspin, I think, debunked that by showing the same stretch for Jacksonville, which was an atrocious football team before they got a guy like Leonard Fournette even. And they weren't fumbling the football at all. Same exact stat. My point of it is that in this whole thing, somebody from New England, I forget who it was. It wasn't Rodney Harrison. I think it might have been Ty Law or Troy Brown, came out and was like, dude, you don't get it. Every single time somebody made a mistake in practice, unless they were Brady, there was a serious threat that you would sit. Mm-hmm. Like you would lose. Like
there's accountability 24/7, 365 up there.
Yeah.
That's the difference between them and a lot of organizations.
Everywhere. And you know what? People don't believe that because they're not used to that level of accountability. Like, can you imagine what level of accountability you would need to multiply from where we are with the Phillies to the Patriots?
Yeah, the Phillies, it's like a country club. Seriously.
They're going to fire this poor guy, Gabe Kapler.
This poor guy?
Yeah, because nothing else is going to happen. Nothing else is going to change. And you know what? Gabe Kapler, from a managerial standpoint, probably should be out already. But the reality is that if all you're going to do is window dress and bounce Kapler out and not do anything else and keep the same analytic, like heavy
Well, they're going to do a
analytic?
heavy analytic. That's what they're doing.
Well,
Unfortunately, that's where we're stuck with.
They're 2 years away from the tank being over.
We're stuck with that. I don't like it any more than you do. But at least if the manager goes, there's a chance for them to get a guy in there that can just, push them further and get more out of them. You would think, and then they're going to make some off-season moves, and hopefully they make the right moves. But how about Harper pinch hitting yesterday, getting a bomb, right? I think he's got, 33 now? But I think Conforto for the Mets has 33 too. So 33 is you're like Conforto, Harper. Wow,
Well,
pretty wild.
It is crazy to see.
But you had a wager on that game,
and
didn't
that
the second game, right?
And that screwed me.
It did?
No.
Did you have the run line?
I had the run line 1.5. The grand slam put me over, and I texted you, and I was like, let's go Nats.
I saw that.
I was natitude up, and I was ready to take on everybody today. And now everybody out there should feel much better that I lost that bet. I listen, it was only, but it was
just a couple dollars.
Right. But I put it on the Nationals on the second game because I knew there was going to be a moment in which either Nola collapsed or when he was out, and it happened.
The floodgates
The
opened,
very first pitch, I think, was the grand slam after Nola was out. And then here comes stinking Bryce Harper with this great individual season he's having, Harry.
Oh,
and
man.
I was in the car, I'm listening, and I was just, what? Yeah, because I knew that screwed me. And I knew damn well that the Phillies wouldn't even salvage it and win the game. Mm-hmm. At least win the game if you're going to do it. If you're going to screw me over, win the game.
If you're going to screw you, win the damn baseball game.
Unbelievable. All right, now coming up, I'm going to tease it end of the week. This is not a Wednesday thing, but on Thursday, because Friday's Josh thing, and you got something going on too. But on Thursday,
we got CEO Joe calling in on Friday at 1:00.
Thursday, I'm going to start something new.
Oh, you are?
Yeah, because Friday's the Step It Up, Take a Risk section
at 1:30.
Correct. And Josh has his straight picks, and despite a little bump, we have a lot of fun in that. I'm still up. You have your NFL, or you have your 2-game parlay of the weekend, right?
Oh, on Friday.
Right. Now maybe we bump it up to two-game parlays, whatever. But that's here. I'm going to hit you with the Thursday teaser.
Oh, great.
All right?
Great.
Because there's not enough love for the teaser on this show.
Oh, my God.
The teaser is what's keeping me even right now.
We have
on
sports
my betting
fans in Philadelphia have been teased for our entire lives. Are you kidding me? There's not enough love for the teaser?
I don't think so.
We hate the teaser.
I am all about the teaser. All right, on the text board, 609-403-0973. Mike Rainey here. Does Eytan bring any Al Cervic to the country club?
Oh, from Caddyshack. Yeah. I don't know. I don't think you have that kind of game either.
No.
I mean, you'd need a bag with a stereo in it and a keg.
Right.
I mean, you start doing that, I'll play golf with you. You bring a keg in your golf bag and a stereo. As long as you don't crank up Journey in the middle of the fairway. Yeah, Cervic. Cervic.
He's
Polish, I think, right?
For the life of me.
Yeah.
Well, it was him and Mr. Wang.
Well, yeah. Hey, Wang. Yeah, it was great. Phenomenal.
I think this club is restrictive, Wang. Don't tell them you're Jewish, okay?
Yeah, phenomenal.
All right, so I don't have enough class to be Al Cervic.
Right.
I'm the poor man's Al Cervic. Harry just stated, start Rodgers in fantasy if you have him. Done. That's Alfie.
No, I'm just saying, because we made a good argument for Alshon Jeffrey. I'm glad he's back, especially given what we saw with the two guys trying to fill in for his void and Deshaun's void last weekend. But does that outweigh the Aaron Rodgers? Because he's going to have one of these games. He's due. And the Eagles' secondary is not only depleted, but if the Eagles' front four doesn't get pressure, because that's the other thing that it's not like Malik Jackson came off IR and is going to be injected into that lineup.
I get
so
it.
Unless they get pressure on him, I know they don't want to send extra guys against a guy like Rodgers. He's still going to pick you apart.
Listen, I don't like the under in this game. I don't think that
there's one outweigh the other.
Right. I think that there are going to be moments in which both teams are going to get big plays.
Mm-hmm.
The Eagles just have too much talent on the field, even without Deshaun out there, for there to not be a big play or two available. All right? They led the league in big plays 2 years ago.
Right.
When they had Torrey Smith as their deep threat.
Yeah.
So it's and now you have more depth and talent. All right. I look at it and I think, honestly, the biggest thing to swing the pendulum for me is Alshon's health. Honestly. I don't feel unless Deshaun's back, which he ain't going to be
No.
back, I don't feel any better about this game than I do right now because Alshon is playing.
All right. Well,
You need somebody more than just Zach Ertz that you can dump the football to. And on top of that, you need somebody that can extend drives. Alshon does that.
This game, in a weird way, does sort of fit the crazy, it can't happen. Nah, no way. Oh, but it did kind of narrative that we see happen time and time again, where you see, still a wounded team coming in off a loss where they feel like they should have won the game at home. Now they're going on the road on a short week. Yeah, they're getting one of their players back, but they're up against Aaron Rodgers and this vaunted now Packers defense through 3 weeks, which has been the star of the show.
Yeah.
Okay, at home, and you're like, there's no way they can come there and beat the Packers. And all of a sudden,
It happens.
they do. Okay, it's a perfect NFL scenario.
I get it.
You know what I mean?
We're going to talk to a guy. I was just on a show today, Mike Heller. He's out in Wisconsin.
Today?
Milwaukee. No, tomorrow.
Oh, okay.
We're going to talk with him tomorrow leading up to the game. But I was on a show this morning. And there's that same belief of, hey, what are you guys going to do in Philly with Aaron Rodgers? And then when we get through all of that, now tell us how Carson Wentz is going to move the football against this defense. And I think.
Well, wait. Let's tell Mr. Heller they're not the '85 Bears.
No,
they have
no,
a nice
no.
defense.
No, but you're right in the sense that it's going to be more difficult for Carson this week than it's been for the first 3 weeks of the season.
I would definitely say yes. Redskins, Atlanta, and Detroit at home. Absolutely, this is the toughest test of the season thus far.
And I think what compounds this is Carson Wentz. I don't know outside of like going through injury, and that's different. But I don't know if think about this. I don't know if Carson Wentz will be mentally tested as much Thursday night as he's been in his career. Meaning, not only do you have the weight of the season on you, knowing that you have to win.
Yeah, because you can't go 1-3
No.
and really think that you got a great shot to make the playoffs,
No.
much less a home game.
And you also have to be able, you have to be the rudder of stability on a team that's probably looking around like, damn, how many more chances are we going to get to blow? I get it. These guys are pros and they're focused, but they're human beings. And that stuff seeps in every now and again. We saw with Aguilar, 3 years ago, right? The year before they won the Super Bowl, where
he was a mess.
Exactly.
They had bench him. They had to sit him that one game, right?
After Seattle.
Yeah,
that's right.
Right.
The game
just
after
to get
that.
his head right.
So this is a lot on Carson for him to stay exactly where he's been, not press too much, not regress. Also lead against a really good defense. So you've got the defense factor. You've got the season on the line factor. And you also have guys around him. You're still going to have to throw the football to Nelson Aguilar.
Well,
you're still going to have to throw the football to Zach Ertz.
And you're going to have to hand
Goddard.
the ball to Miles Sanders, too.
Hopefully it's Jordan Howard a little more, too.
Well, okay, but I'm just saying, yeah, this is one of those games where all these Wentz doubters now, where he could really shut them up if he finds a way to win and beat Rodgers at Lambeau shorthanded.
There's
a lot of
nature
them.
of the doubt?
There-
What's the nature of the doubt?
The nature of the doubters is seated in the Nick Foles,
Still.
the Folesian society. Okay?
Unbelievable, isn't it?
Yes.
Still.
Yes.
I
They
can't-
can't wait to pounce whenever the Eagles don't come back to win, and it's all Carson's fault. And you saw it last Sunday. Some of the social media stuff coming out about, well, Carson didn't do this. Like, dude, they had 7 drops. Did you not watch the game?
No, I don't think people either watched the game or maybe they were just drunk or stoned during the game.
These are some people in our business. They have to watch the game.
Oh, wow.
Yes.
I didn't
Some of
realize-
them were in the press box.
I didn't realize it was like that.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, my goodness.
Oh, yeah.
I didn't realize it was coming from